Evening everyone, Sarah here, the nurturing coach. I hope you are well. Today I want to talk about the truth about abuse. And I'm an ex-social worker, and as part of our training we go through safeguarding and the different types of abuse, how to spot the signs and the impact. And that was sufficient, and we did our job. We recognised when I was able to do what we wanted to, but that was sufficient. But since leaving social work, I'm actually just living my life. I've come across a whole different type of abuse, which I was never taught about. I was never told what the signs were, or how to recognise, how to deal with, how to intervene. And so I want to talk about it because actually it's very prevalent in our society. And the more concerning thing is that actually we tend to look up to and revere people who commit this type of abuse. So what is this abuse? Well, it's something called narcissist abuse. And the key thing about narcissism is the obsession with power. They will do anything to get power. And power is different for everyone, and it depends on their perceived level of power. It could be someone who doesn't have a particularly well-paid job, isn't a manager or anything, but they may have power in a different way. They may run a local community group, for example, or something very similar. And way to spot it is when you talk to them, they say things like, "Oh, I'm very important in my town. Everyone in my village knows me, and they couldn't do without me." Those sort of things. They're very much self-centered, all about them, how important they are. The other kind is actually having power, being in positions of authority. And without naming names, I'm sure you are all aware of a certain leader of a rather large country who is a classic narcissist, is obsessed with power, and talks about how they have gained power, what they're going to do with this power, which can be quite terrifying. And that is a classic narcissist trait. They are obsessed with everyone knowing how important they are, how powerful they are, what they can do, and they will not relinquish that power, which will be interesting when a certain country is due to re-elect. But we revere that. This person got put into this position of power. We have them within our local councils. We have narcissists in charge of our local councils. People who are obsessed with being seen as powerful. You will know, I'm sure you will all know them, whether that you've met them on a personal level or whether you've met them through work. They are the guys who act very important. Even if they're not that important, they act important. And you'll probably have used the phrase "jumped up little so and so." And that's how they are. They think that they're incredibly powerful and incredibly important, and they will do anything to keep that power, which is what makes them dangerous. If you're in a relationship with someone who is a narcissist, then they will want power and control over you. They will want to be in charge of everything. They want to be in charge of your money, want to be in charge of where you go, who you see, who you talk to, how you talk about them. They will try and control your thought processes so that you are only portraying a certain image. If they want everyone to think of themselves in a certain way, then they will want the party line to be kept in that. They will want your children to behave in ways that are in keeping with how they want to be perceived. Everything will be about the image. Everything will be about the status. And that can be draining because actually we all just want to switch off. And it's not, for most of us, it doesn't actually matter. These things aren't that important. But for a narcissist, it's incredibly important. And they will get very angry if their status is threatened. So there you go. That is the truth about abuse. This is not talked about. It's not something that social care workers know about specifically. And I think it's important that we talk about it. So please do share your experiences. Let me know of anyone that you have dealt with. Obviously, don't name them, but we could talk through, and I'd love to know how you're getting on. All right, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.